What does astrology say about Bitcoin? Discussion on cryptocurrency and astrology. All right, so I wanted to make this video because I noticed cryptocurrency is becoming a very big topic again, because cryptocurrency already has been a topic for like the past 2 or 3 years, but it's really ramping up heavy. A lot of people are discussing cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, and I wanted to talk about how it relates to astrology and what astrology says as far as the success or failure of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. All right, so let's get into it. A discussion on cryptocurrency and astrology. So now the first thing first, on the right here, the image that I have is the birth chart of the United States. And I have the transits, the current transits of the United States birth chart, okay? So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be discussing important takeaways of things that I notice that relate to cryptocurrency and astrology and the success or failure of cryptocurrency and astrology. Let's get into it. So now the first most important thing I have to discuss is transit Uranus in Taurus. This is huge. The fact that transit Uranus is in Taurus, this is the reason why cryptocurrency is ramping up so much, and it's because and it's becoming such a big topic even more right now. Because okay, let's break it down. Let's keep it simple. Uranus is the planet of radical, innovative change. That's what Uranus represents. Uranus radically changes whatever it touches. Whatever Uranus touches will never be the same again. Taurus has to do with money, wealth, and resources. So when you have the planet of radical, innovative change touching the sign of money, wealth, and resources, what does that indicate? That indicates that there will be radical, innovative change as it relates to money, wealth, and resources. So when you put it all together, that indicates that cryptocurrency will be successful. Right? That indicates, first of all, it explains why cryptocurrency is becoming such a hot topic right now, because what's happening right now is we're moving towards radical, innovative change as it relates to money, wealth, and resources. Okay. This transit is the reason why I'm going to invest in cryptocurrency. I feel very good about cryptocurrency because of this transit, because that's literally what this transit is telling us. This transit is telling us that there will be radical, innovative change as it relates to money and resources. And we see that the radical, innovative change, as far as cryptocurrency has been building for a while. People have been talking about Bitcoin for a while. This is not a new discussion. But now it's ramping up even more because people are starting to see that radical changes are coming as it relates to money. They say that 35% of all US dollars ever printed in history were printed in 2020. That is insane. Literally, I'm going to say that again. 35% of all US dollars ever printed were printed in 2020. That is nuts. That in itself tells you that the value of the dollar is going to rapidly drop, and it's radically dropping right now. Eventually, cash will be trash. All you have to do is look around you, look at the events, look at what's happening and where we're going right now. People have been predicting this for years. Cash will be useless at some point. So with all that being said, what does that tell you? That tells you that we're moving towards a radical change as it relates to money and resources. And that tells us that we are going to get to some kind of new form of money. And what's the best new form of money that we've been talking about for a while? Cryptocurrency. All right. So like I said, I don't want to ramble too much, but this transit is very important. And this transit tells me that cryptocurrency is going to be huge. I know people have been saying that for a while, but trust me, cryptocurrency, I believe, is going to be huge. You can bet on that. Now, the next thing we have to discuss is transit Saturn has left the United States second house. Why does this matter? Why does this relate to cryptocurrency and astrology? So the fact that transit Saturn has left the United States second house, it indicates that we're past the point of financial difficulties. When transit Saturn initially entered the United States second house, a lot of astrologers predicted it, like, oh yeah, financial difficulties are coming, a recession is coming. And that's exactly what happened, because transit Saturn tells us where we face difficulties and struggles, and the second house has to do with money we make and money we keep. So when you got transit Saturn struggles going through the house of money, astrologers already knew that this was coming. Like, look, financial difficulties and a recession is coming. But the good news is that transit Saturn has left the United States second house, so that indicates is that we're past the point of financial difficulties. And as it relates to cryptocurrency, you got to remember, a lot of people, the reason why people didn't want to invest in cryptocurrency in the past is because they're like, dude, I'm not about to dump my money into this thing and then this thing ends up being a bust, this thing ends up being a failure, and I got scammed out of my money. So with this being said, this transit Saturn leaving the United States second house, I feel good about cryptocurrency because it tells me that we're past the point of financial difficulties, and we don't have to stress as much about, oh man, if I invest into something new, some radical new currency, I might get burnt, I might lose all my money. The next thing we have to discuss, transit Jupiter and Saturn in Aquarius. How does this relate to cryptocurrency? How does this relate to the success or failure of cryptocurrency? Jupiter in Aquarius, transit Jupiter in Aquarius indicates growth and expansion as it relates to technology. Transit Saturn in Aquarius indicates mastery of science and technology. Cryptocurrency is a form of technology money. That's literally what it is. It's technology money. It's not physical, tangible money. It's technology money. So the fact that we have Jupiter in a transit Jupiter in Aquarius and transit Saturn in Aquarius, you see that there's heavy Aquarius energy in the sky, and we're shifting. There's going to be a heavy shift, placing heavy emphasis on technology. So that in itself indicates that cryptocurrency, again, that supports cryptocurrency becoming huge and becoming a big deal, because cryptocurrency is a form of technology money. The next thing we have to discuss, transit Pluto in the United States second house. Now, I have to do a whole video just breaking down this transit in itself. I'm going to do a video talking about the United States Pluto return coming up. But this, as it relates to cryptocurrency and astrology, this indicates, so Pluto rules destruction to rebuild. That's how Pluto functions. It destroys to rebuild. The second house has to do with, again, money that we make and money that we keep. So what we're seeing here is that there's a destruction process of money to rebuild. So that indicates that there will be some form of destruction and then some kind of rebuilding process. And like I said, we already see that it's happening, because we're seeing that the value of the dollar is dropping. Cash is becoming trash. So the fact that we see a destruction and then a rebuilding process happening as it relates to money, that indicates the success of cryptocurrencies. Like, we're watching the destruction of money, which tells me that we're going to rebuild into some new form of currency, right? And that new form of currency, I believe, will be cryptocurrency, and cryptocurrency is going to dominate and become the primary form of currency at some point. The next thing we have to discuss, transit Mars has just entered Taurus. Now, this is so interesting, because the fact that transit Mars has just entered Taurus is the reason why I started studying cryptocurrency again, because literally transit Mars just entered a Taurus not too long ago, like a couple days ago, and I did a video on it. And it's crazy, because it's like the first or second day after the transit started, I started seeing a lot of talk about cryptocurrency online. And even myself, I started doing a lot of research into it, and I felt motivated. I'm like, man, I got to invest in this thing, man. So you see, and the thing is, I talked about it in my video, how at some point transit Mars will be conjunct Uranus and Taurus. So what's going to happen is, now people are going to direct their energy into this radical change and this new radical form of money, because transit Mars tells the type of things that we direct our energy into, right? So what's happening right now is, I know, because I felt this personally, is that what's going to happen is people are going to direct their energy into money more. And the fact that we have transit Uranus and Taurus, people are going to direct their energy into radical, innovative ways, new radical, innovative ways as it relates to approaching money. Okay. So with all that being said, I feel very good about cryptocurrency. I feel very good about Bitcoin. I feel like I said, I cannot stress this enough. I think cryptocurrency is going to dominate at some point. I feel very good about saying that. I feel very comfortable saying that. But now, just a disclaimer, don't go dump all your money into cryptocurrency and then blame me if it backfires. Anybody who understands or studies investing will tell you, do not invest the money that you cannot afford to lose. Like, don't dump your mortgage into cryptocurrency and your life savings into cryptocurrency and then cry if it doesn't work out. Invest what you can. Like, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to invest what I feel comfortable, knowing that if I lost it, I would be okay. Okay. But definitely, I'm going to invest in cryptocurrency. I'm going to continue to do more research, and I feel good about it. I think you should too. And that's everything you need to know. Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what you think. Take care.